we start off with transit news, the MTA is inviting Bronx residents to be a part of their network's redesign final plan public hearing for public comment on two proposals that are related to the addition of two new bus routes and the creation of bus lanes to improve services. Our Bronx Net reporter Arlene Makoko brings us the details as the community prepares.
It's a plan that could mean the removal of up to 18% of the Bronx's bus stops while potentially adding a new BX25 route that would link Co-op City in the East Bronx to Lehman College on Bedford Park Boulevard while adding new bus lanes and more. All this with the goal of speeding bus service for borough residents.
Buses are the engine of equity. We have to create a better bus system. We have to make sure that people can get on the bus and get somewhere that they're trying to go in a reasonable time frame.
Jan Lieber, acting chair and CEO of the Metropolitan Transportation Authority, joined Bronx Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr., City Council member and candidate for the office of the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson, and others here to invite the Bronx to the final public hearing on the Bronx Bus Network Redesign Final Plan on November 9th at 6 p.m.
The plan is a critical step towards bringing better, more reliable, and faster bus service to the 635,000 Bronx bus customers. And while that number is pre-pandemic, we are confident these riders are coming back to the system.
According to data by the MTA, buses moved at an average pace of 7.4% in 2020, down from 7.5% in 2019, when the average daily ridership was 416,000 compared to 268,000 in 2020. Cipriano shared the public hearings, with the last one in fall of 2019, do make a difference.
After receiving feedback from the public, community, and elected officials, and reassessing existing conditions, we determined that the BX28 and BX34 route alignments would go back to the original way they were.
Borough President Diaz Jr., among other leaders here, called the agency responsive.
Almost every single time when we went to transit, when we went to the MTA, and we said, these are our concerns, they said, we hear you, and they changed it.
And so a year and a half later, while we faced COVID-19 and we had to put this proposal on pause, I'm really grateful that we are reconvening and having hearings so that residents of the Bronx can come together and express their concerns.
Speaking from Archer Avenue and Parsons Boulevard in Queens at the launch of their bus pilot program, New York City Commissioner for the Department of Transportation, Henry Gutman, shared his agency's commitment to work with the MTA in their goal to improve service citywide.
Buses are the workhorses of our mass transit system, and particularly in underserved communities where there isn't a subway and there isn't going to be a subway. I mean, the buses are the key.
To register, go to new.mta.info/Bronx Bus Redesign. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
And thank you, Arlene. We will continue to follow this story and much more. That's about all the time we have for our Bronx updates. We want you to stay connected to us because Open continues coming up right after this.